Muhammad, peace be upon him, learnt the discipline of responsibility. A youth who met every task with calm precision. When the walls of the Kaaba weakened from flood and time, Quraysh gathered to rebuild it. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. My beloved brothers and sisters, today we continue our journey through the life of Muhammad, peace be upon him, the one whom Allah chose to purify hearts, elevate character, and teach the world the meaning of mercy. Before revelation descended, before the cave of Hira, before the Quran touched the earth, Allah was shaping the character of the one who would carry his final message. In the streets of Mecca, in its markets, in its gatherings and disputes, a young man walked with a heart filled with light. A man who never bowed to idols, a man whose words were truth, a man whose presence softened even the harshest soul. He did not come to lead armies, he did not come to seek power, he simply lived with honesty, humility, and grace. And the world around him began to whisper the name Al-Ameen, the trustworthy. So come with me, let us witness how Allah prepared his messenger, not through wealth, not through comfort, but through character. In the heart of Mecca, surrounded by the mountains that guarded its sacred valleys, a young man was growing into the fullness of his character. Quiet, steadfast, and radiant with honesty. The years of hardship had molded him, and the warmth of faith illuminated every step he took. Under the care of his uncle, Abu Talib, Muhammad, peace be upon him, learnt the discipline of responsibility and the beauty of humility. He was a boy who had tasted loss, but carried no bitterness. A youth who met every task with calm precision and unshakable sincerity. The people of Mecca watched him as he walked through their streets, calm amid the noise, gentle amid arrogance. He greeted the elderly with respect, played with the children, and helped anyone who asked. Even before revelation, his life was a message. He never worshipped idols, never lied, never broke a promise. His word was trusted more than the written contract of others. It was in these early years that the title Al-Ameen, the trustworthy, spread through the valleys of Quraysh like a fragrance in the desert air. When he reached his youth, Mecca was not at peace. A dispute between Quraysh and the tribes of Qais had flared into bloodshed. It was called Harb al-Fijar, the war of the sacred months. For violence had dared to enter the time Allah had decreed for peace. The young Muhammad, peace be upon him, he stood beside his uncle, gathering scattered arrows and passing them quietly into their hands. Even in the shadow of chaos, his calm presence softened hearts. He learned that the true strength lies not in anger, but in restraint, and that courage without mercy is only another form of weakness. As the years moved on, his character deepened. In the markets, he traded with fairness, while others cheated for gain. In the stillness of night, he reflected under the stars, searching for the voice of truth that echoed through creation. People came to him with disputes, trusting that he would never favor one over another. He became the unseen pillar that held the moral weight of Mecca together. Among those who heard of him was Khadija binti Khuwaylid, may Allah be pleased with her, a woman of noble lineage and unmatched reputation. Wealthy but wise, she valued honesty more than profit. When she learned of Al-Ameen, she sent him a proposal to lead her trade caravan to the lands of Syria. He accepted with quiet dignity, and with him went her trusted servant Maysarah. The journey north was long and harsh, but wherever Muhammad, peace be upon him, went, blessings seemed to follow. He weighed goods with precision, spoke with kindness, and treated his companions with dignity. In the markets of Busra, his words inspired trust before he ever struck a deal. When the caravan returned, it carried not only profit, but something rarer, the fragrance of sincerity. When Khadija, may Allah be pleased with her, heard Maysarah's account, she felt a certainty that stilled her heart. She saw in him not only an honest merchant, but a man of truth whose soul reflected the purity she had always sought. It was then that the wisdom of the Quran would one day echo her insight. Inna khayra man ista'jarta al-qawiyyu al-ameen. Indeed, the best one you can hire is the strong and the trustworthy. With grace and dignity, Khadija sent word through her confidant Nafisa, expressing her desire for marriage. When the proposal reached him, he accepted humbly. The wedding was simple but luminous. Quraysh gathered to witness a union that would bless the earth, a home built upon faith, tenderness, and mutual respect. In that union was the foundation of serenity. She offered him comfort, and he gave her certainty. Together, they built a household of peace, where no harsh word was heard, and where the poor were always welcome to their table. In those blessed days, the air of Mecca seemed gentler. Children played around their courtyard, and kindness radiated from their door. The Prophet, peace be upon him, would mend his own clothes, serve his family, and share his food without pride. Their home became a lantern of mercy in a city darkened by greed. It was then that the eternal truth of the Quran would later describe the measure of real honor. Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. The most honored of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous among you. Years passed, and the young merchant became the moral compass of Mecca. His fairness in trade and his patience in speech made him the one people trusted when no one else could be trusted. Yet even as his name became known across Arabia, his heart remained free of pride. He was preparing, though he did not yet know it, for a role that would reshape the destiny of humankind. When the walls of the Kaaba weakened from flood and time, Quraysh gathered to rebuild it. Tribe by tribe, they carried the stones, working together until the final moment, the placement of the black stone. A dispute erupted. Who would claim the honor? Swords nearly left their sheaths before an elder intervened. Let the next man who enters decide, he said. The crowd turned, and through the gates walked Muhammad, peace be upon him. A wave of relief washed over the people. It's Al-Ameen, they cried. The Prophet, peace be upon him, listened quietly to each tribe, then took a piece of cloth, placed the black stone upon it, and invited the chiefs of every clan to hold its corners together. With their hands united, he lifted the stone and placed it into its sacred position with his own blessed hands. In that moment, centuries of pride melted into unity. The people looked to him not as a man of tribe, but as a man of truth. The city exhaled. Peace settled once more over a sanctuary. No one realized that the one who restored the house of Allah that day would soon be chosen to restore the hearts of humanity. His wisdom had prevented bloodshed, but his destiny would bring something far greater. revelation.